It looks like we're all good to go here. Yep, everything looks good. So, yeah, you may have noticed we've picked up some new companions and have also arrived in a new setting. That's because we were able to find this land's version of Minfilia, and also we found our latest scion, Thancred. So, now with the two of them, as well as the Levio twins, we have now arrived in a land called Il-Meg. And so, this place is home to a whole bunch of fairies. So, yeah, for those of you who want to do your fairy godparents, then you are certainly more than welcome to do so. So, greetings people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Novaura Autism for the continuation of Day 3 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers Live. So, let's go ahead. Before we get started, since I've already come here with Corinne and Mathia, I already knew that there was an aetheryte not far from here, so I've already attuned to it before we continue on with our main story quest. So, let's go ahead and speak with Thancred for his level 72 main story quest entitled Il-Meg, the Fairy Kingdom. Thancred is trying to think his way out of the present predicaments. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Oriange. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. What spell? From what I can make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Lida Loran. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Well, I imagine that will be something that we need to have happen. Especially if we're gonna go to victory. Alright, so, yeah, now let's make our way to where the aetheryte is. So it's actually not that far from where the quest starts. In fact, as we go around the corner, we'll find it very close by. Yeah, specifically, right over here. And there's Thancred, staring at what appears to be an attempt to make a shrub version of a cactuar. Let's go ahead and speak with them. Well, here we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun. In which case... Shinji, there's a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furrowed tip. Looking Grass is its name, so called because it could be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all of this later, but first I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. Yeah, we'll explain more about that later. But, knowing our luck, it'll probably occur regardless. So yeah, there are 3 spots for us to look. Now, the looking grass we're supposed to be trying to find is actually over here. So let's go ahead and have a look. Searching the scrub, you find what appears to be looking grass. Suddenly, a voice rings out. Oh, a visitor! Where are you from, pray tell? Yeah, can answer or say nothing at all. Perhaps this one's hard of hearing. Ahem! What brings you here? Yeah, like, say nothing. Stone deaf, how boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging as our hospitality. And who are we to turn you away? Stay a while, stay forever! Your body begins to feel heavy. Yeah, this is what happens every time you go to look for this stuff. You get stuck with the heavy ability, and no amount of backflipping is gonna take it off of you. You're stuck with it for 60 seconds. So yeah, let's slowly run over to Thancred. I met it you take with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? I have indeed. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixies' veil of invisibility, and seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Oriange's little trick to good use. So away he goes. Yeah, in case you're wondering why they call it looking grass, well, we're about to see why that is. But yeah, you have to actually look through the middle of it. And with a little luck, we'll be able to find what we're looking for.
Farasitha, Krakleth.
Yeah, he even speaks their language. Yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah, so many of them.
No! We're found! How did this mortal know our trick?
It's called knowledge.
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look, twins! How adorable!
Aww!
Well, they're certainly happy to see us.
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
That's right.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in El Meg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Yikes. Yeah, let's just be glad it wasn't 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
Please don't. Yeah, you're hard out to find as it is.
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Yeah, I think they decided no.
Should we?
Would we?
Would you what?
now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Yeah. Don't deliberate for too long.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition: that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3.
But what if it's more?
Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger, Pixie's honor.
It's like, ah, man.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Do you think that's a good idea? Isn't there strength in numbers? Well, away they all go. So we'll take our experience skill plus a deep gold chest coffer that we're never going to use. So yeah, you'll notice that because of how it's set up, yeah, they said 1 or 2 or 3, you'll see that there are 3 main story quests that now have to be done, as well as all these other side quests that we can choose to do, and we are going to do them right now. So, let's go ahead and start on them. Yeah, plus you might also notice the funny music that plays here. So let's start taking side quests from these pixies, starting with the Sweet Tooth Pixie, and we'll take on her challenge entitled A Hairy Request. The Sweet Tooth Pixie stares at you hungrily. Mortal, I have need of 2 simian legs. Will you not hunt the creatures for me? I'm too small and weak to do so myself, but it's bound to be easy for a big, strong mortal such as you. Does the pixie bids? Yes. Thank you ever so much. Now you'll find the samians to the southwest of here. Off you go and happy hunting! Yeah, we gotta stay them strictly for their legs. I guess they don't want their arms or anything else. So yeah, here are the enemies in question. They're basically sentient plants. Alright, let's start fighting them. Yeah, let's make use of our combat. And keep the timer going. And you're down. And since there's another one so conveniently close by, let's go ahead and fight it too. Yeah. Full power! And then little backflip, launch it into the air. And we should have it away. And there we go. Perfect. So now we'll get back on the motorcycle. Yeah, you may have noticed that if you haven't been with us recently, that with a switch in our title, we've also decided to switch mode of transport. From Noctis' regalia to Cloud's motorcycle. Oh, you're back! With the Samid legs you need. Oh, you really got the legs! I thought it would be fun if you became a Samid's lunch, but it seems the joke is on me. Really? Yeah, you'll see this a lot with these things. Well, at least we can feature on Samid legs now. Yes, I'll host at high tea and you're invited too. Now, while I go and let the others know, can you take this pot of golden nectar to Aunt Isla and over at the stables? Tell them it's for Samid. They'll know what to do. Yeah. Hopefully I'm not going to find this person in danger in such a way that they think that my life will be in danger. Yeah, let's roll across the flowers here. Yeah, there are huge meadows of flowers in this place. So yeah, here's Aunt Yala. Something sweet this way comes. Indeed it does. Ah, golden nectar! And it's for Samid, you say? Yes, I know precisely what to do. With this and a splash of sheep's milk, we can make honeyed Samid, one of our favorite treats. We could have it every single day, except Samids don't like it much when we try to take their legs. We're able to get our legs torn off instead. To be able to hunt the creatures and not get so much as a scratch on you, you must be really strong. Anyway, I shall set about my preparations. Be sure to pass my thanks to our sweet tooth friend. Alright, so back over the way we came. So yeah, back up and over in order to get to where the pixie was. Delivered the nectar, did you? Thanks, my thanks, mortal, my apologies. I know I invited you to high tea, but I'm worried about how Phil all might react. Don't feed the mortal, it'll give him an upset tummy. I can already imagine them complaining. And I was so looking forward to showing you the chosen Samid legs. Not only are they delicious, they wriggle inside your mouth. Double the delights. But it's unwise to anger the mad bloom, it is known. So instead of high tea, please accept this by way of gratitude. And so we'll take our experience in Gil and move on elsewhere. So yeah, there's another one right over here, but there's also somewhere there's an ether current. Oh, well, didn't find the ether current, but there's a lookout. Yeah, there, on one of the tops of these houses, there's an ether current. Yeah, for some reason I'm having a hard time getting up to the top of this one. Yeah, I might not be able to get onto this thing until I can legitimately fly. Alright then. Okay, we'll leave it for later. So let's move on to this Pixie Flower Keep and take on her quest entitled Flowers of Fury. The Pixie Flower Keep is seething with fury. I am flapping mad right now! Some wicked mortals snuck into Ilmeg and tried to steal our flowers! Well, there are so many of them. I used illusions to send them on the way, but instead of learning their lesson, they went and poked my friends with cold, pointy metal! It's unforgivable! Those brazen wretches must be punished, and you'll come and punish them with me! Good. Now, to make it interesting, let us make this race. The first to dole out punishment wins. The villains fled to the southwest. Let's go and get them! Alright, so let's go and chase. Yeah, punish wicked mortals, as the quest line suggests. Let's go and find them. And show them what happens when you try and take things away from pixies and have a Dragoon to answer to. Yeah. Also, you'll notice we have these sentient flower baskets among the enemies we have to defeat around here. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to possibly fight before we fight here. Are we going to? Keeps coming, attacks. Yeah, gives a warning shot and then goes away. Hey, you. Who are you? The bloody pixies minion? If you want to call me that, sure. Yeah, if you want to call me that, sure. I won't object, but, you know, it's just that I have to beat you up. It's just business, you know? It's how things work around here. Yeah, put a little power onto that one. Alright, there's one. And let's go over here. Right in the path of this Samede. Yeah, where did his friend go? Right over here, perhaps? Yeah, there they are. Yeah, this stony scavenger. The flowers are gonna make me rich. Piss off or else. I guess we'll take the or else. Yeah, we're taking the or else because we need to get this quest done. Yeah, a little too trigger happy there with the life surge, but hey, it's a guaranteed critical hit no matter what, so always a good idea to take it. Right, there we go. Ah! Yeah, that was quite a fall. In fact, I'm still bleeding from the poison. Yeah, it's a good thing the poison didn't do me in. Alright. What? You're done punishing them already? Wow, you're swifter than a salamander! What's a salamander again? At any rate, just as has been served, I doubt those mortals will try anything again. Come, let us return to Little Iran. Alright. So back we go. Yeah, since we're going from the other side, we'll find the flower keep again and get this quest done. Thanks to you, we may enjoy our beautiful flowers in peace again. But I must say I'm a little disappointed that I lost the little race. I was planning to turn those thieves into leafmen and then they could have amused me forever and ever. If you should see them again, tell them to come back. I'm afraid that won't be possible. I killed them. Yeah, that won't be possible. I killed them. So now let's head on over behind this tree and speak over here with Siganul to take on their quest entitled What's in a Name? Siganul is looking for fun. Mortals in our village, how exciting! Tell me, what is your name? Well, here's what you can call me. Shinji Okuri. A lovely name, but our names are lovely too. Ah, but here's an idea. I want you to go and speak with my fellows. Ask them what their names mean. When you're done, return hither and we'll have some fun. Yeah, this is actually a quest that I ended up fluking into succeeding in, as you'll soon see why, because of the no spoilers rule that Twitch had for early access, I had to pretty much wing it here, and I ended up getting first try. I'm Ankh-Uin, water and happiness. Happiness in the water, and I'm very happy now. Why? Because you're here. Oh, how should we play? There are so many ways. Alright, so water and happiness belongs to Ankh-Un. Then back over here, we have Yalasul. My name is Yalasul. Together the words mean the turn of the seasons and flower. Together they make me a flower that blooms always. Precious, I'm sure you'll agree. And then finally going over to the other side. So yeah, not actually that far from the Aetheryte. Yeah, here we are. Here's Julfio. You wish to know the meaning of my name? Well, Jul is you and Theo is treasure. Together it means a treasure beneath the U. Beautiful even if I do say so myself. Alright, so back to Sigyn. Alright, Sigyn, I'm back. Welcome back! I hope you're paying attention, my fellows, because I'm going to test you on the meaning of our names. First question. Who is the pixie whose name means the treasure beneath the U? That would be Julfio. I see. Right, second question. The pixie whose name means a flower that blooms always. Where were they playing? By the Aetheryte, by the meadow, or by the lake? They were by the meadow. Huzzah! You got both answers correct. You were clearly paying attention, and by way of reward, I shall tell you more about our names. You see, our names are composed of special runes of power. They are chosen to best represent our nature and the spark of light that abides in us. If I were to name you by our custom, it would be, ooh, this is a tough one. Sigantir, or perhaps Ultir? It really could go either way. You wish to know the meaning, do you? Ah, but where's the fun in just telling you? You'll have to find out for yourself. Not that we're in that much of a hurry, so we'll take our experience skill plus a pair of boots. Alright, so that takes care of those. So now it's time for the Aether Current associated quests. See, I do believe this is chain-oriented. So let's go ahead and speak with Lad Ken here. Actually, this is not chain-oriented. We can just take this straight away. Awesome. So, let's go ahead and take on Lad Ken's quest entitled The Forbidden Laran. Lad Ken is gravely worried for a friend. Help! Help me, I beg you! My friend has gone to Fisa Laran, a place we're told we must never set foot in. I thought about giving chase, but I'm scared I'll run into that thing. But you're a big, brave man. You're not scared of such things, are you? So please find and bring back my friend. Ken Goff is their name, and if you hurry, you might even catch them before they get to Fisa Laran. What's so bad about this place? Exactly. I guess we'll find out soon enough. But now we have to find his friend. They're gonna be right over here. Hello there. Aren't you one of Oriange's friends? Have you business with me? I do, yes. Your friend is worried about you. Lord Ken is worried? Well, that's all well and good, but when someone tells me not to do something, it only makes me want to do it more. No one can stop me. But what if Mother Nature decides to do so? Heedless of your warning, Ken Guff continues in the direction of Fisa Laran. If you find them again, perhaps you can still convince them to turn back. Well, let's hope so. As we reveal more of the map. Yeah, here's Fisa Laran. Could also be Pfizer. So hopefully around here somewhere we can find little Kenny before he turns into South Park Kenny. Oh, looks like we have to do one of these particular quests. So yeah. Yeah, and there's no way in directly, so let's go ahead and use the say to call him out. Yeah, so Ken Guff is his name, so that's what we gotta shout out with the say emote, or with the say command. But we're too far away, apparently. I wonder why that is. Checking the perimeter. Oh, here it was. Yeah, I was standing in the wrong spot. I was close, I was just didn't notice this thing behind me. Alright, let's do that again. Hey Petey, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, where could he be? And then... yeah, what's going on? What's this coming at us? What the heck are you? A beaver-like creature. Though your beaver speak is a bit rusty, the creature appears to want milk. You know, what's going on? And how could you figure out that this thing wants milk? Though, however, you see no signs of Ken Guff. You resign yourself to bearing the bad news back to Lad Ken. Yeah, if what I think happened just did, then we're about to find out. Yeah, thanks so much for joining us there, Petey. It's good to have you, as well as everyone else that's watching as well. We're glad to have you with us here this afternoon. Hopefully tonight will not be a repeat of last night, where the Final Fantasy XIV servers just basically said, screw you. So yeah, we gotta get back over to where Lad Ken is. You're back! Where's Ken Guff? Please tell me Ken Guff is alright. Well, this is what we can tell you about what happened. What? Against your warning, they went to Fisselran, where you found only a strange animal? Then the tales were true. Oh, Ken Guff, why? Why didn't you listen? Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't assume the worst yet. Maybe there's still hope. I just need to stay calm and think things through. Well, let's find out why. So we got a Nearing Coffer and an Aether Current. So yeah, we're not done with Lad Ken as of yet, so let's go ahead and take on his next quest entitled When Beavers Cry. Lad Ken's mind is racing. That thing you saw with your own eyes, yes? What did it look like? Well, here's what it looked like specifically. Then the tales are indeed true. It was the giant beaver of legend. Those pixies who encounter it vanished, never to be seen. That's why we are strictly warned against going to Fisselran. Yet though we know to fear the beaver, we know little unless about it. Whence did it come and to what end does it make us disappear? The creature is shrouded in mystery. What could possibly be its desire? Well, I think we have an inkling. It wants milk, you say? That must be the chewy that demands us. More pixies will meet a terrible end. More so, as someone who not only understands the beaver, but survived an encounter with it besides, I would ask another favor of you. Out in the pastures, you'll find a shepherd named Unhagen. I want you to go and ask them for milk and make an offering of it to the beaver. Hopefully this will suffice to appease its hunger for pixies. Well, let's hope you're right. Hey there, Elizabeth. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Also, because I haven't said it yet, happy 4th of July to our American viewers. We're glad to have you with us. We know you could be spending time with your family and friends out camping or at a barbecue or whatnot, but thank you so much for making time in your busy schedules to join us this afternoon. Well now, what does the morsel want with me? Well, this is what we need from you. Of course, here's the milk. Incidentally, it's Ken Guff's favorite thing. Where in the world could they have disappeared to? So yeah, it looks like it's sheep's milk specifically, because of course, yeah, there's one standing right next to him. Deliver the sheep's milk to the beaver. And away we go. Yeah, and I know as well, Elizabeth, you were spending time with your mother. Tell her I say hello on behalf of the audience and everyone else who is part of our circle of friends here at the Tales. Hey there, Beaver. Beaver seems to be saying, "Give me milk." So that's what we'll give you. Here you go. It seems to be saying, "I love milk. Thank you." And keeps squealing. It seems to be saying, "I hid a beautiful marble in the stump of a tree by the lake. Let Unhagen know that it's theirs, a token of my thanks." Yeah. How do we understand what a beaver is saying? I mean, I get that I'm from Canada and beavers are regarded as a quintessential Canadian animal. But even then, like, I don't even know what they say. You think their names sound German? Yeah, I think it's just trying to be a fancy way of being Gaelic or Welsh or something for these pixies. Oh, it's you again. What is it? Well, we need to tell you this. Truly? Huzzah, huzzah! I've always wanted a marble. I'll go and collect it at once. Unhagen flies off happily. Yeah, it seems like all is forgiven. We still need to go back to Little Iran. Is there anyone else you're with, Elizabeth? Yeah, if there are any other family members with you as well, tell them the same thing. Tell them that we say hello. Where are you, lad, Ken? There you are. Oh, welcome back. So how did you fare? Well, this is what happened. What? No! This can't be happening! I'm sorry, it's not your fault. You did as I asked, and for that you have my thanks. It's just... Yeah, as he is crying his heart out, we're at level 73. So, yay? Well, let's move on to Lad Ken's next quest entitled, And Then There Were None. Trepidation is writ plain on Lad Ken's face. No, this is not the time for tears. If we hurry, we might still prevent the unthinkable from coming to pass. You see, the marble, it was Kenkoff's treasure, and Unhagen always had one wanted like it. Now, Unhagen went to collect the marble near the lake, yes? I will give chase to try to find them. Meanwhile, I need you to return to Fils-Laurent to see if there's any change with the beaver. Afterwards, let us meet at the stables yonder. Alright, so away he goes. And away we will go. No, nice to meet you, Brian. So, yeah. And yeah, it turns out the beavers are multiplying because we're going to be looking for not just one, but two in the midst of all this fog. So yeah, as we make our way back to Fils-Laurent, yeah, there are the two giant beavers. Let's speak with this one. It seems to be saying the marble is pretty, thank you. And as for the other one, it seems to be saying I love milk, thank you. So yeah, stuff we already knew from the one, but now that as a friend, let's go back to Lad Ken. So yeah, they're not that far from Little Iran. Oh, that's awesome. That's good to hear, Elizabeth. Yeah, where did Lad Ken go? Is he in the stable? Yeah, he is. So let's find our way inside. Try as I might, I couldn't find Unhagen. What of the beaver? Well, I'm afraid he's got a friend now. What? Unhagen too? It's my fault. It's all my fault. No, it's the beaver that's to blame. It's all that accursed creature's doing. I'm going to teach it a lesson it'll never forget. Are you sure that's a good idea? Yeah, Lad Ken flies off in the direction of Fisa Laran. You can't help but have a bad feeling about this. Same here. With the chat mode in Say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter Lad Ken to call out the enraged pixie. Also, for those of you who joined us late, this place is home to a bunch of shrub-like cactuars. Yeah, so if you enjoy the cactuars, there are shrub-like sculptures that are just that look pretty much like them. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that as this quest line has gone along, you've figured out what's going on here, right? It's pretty much going to be verified once we get back. Yeah. And now, there are 3. Let's call out for Lad Ken. And when we do, it seems to be saying, I found my friends. Thank you. Seek out Ni Is. They will give you a reward in my stead. It continues, if Ni Is proves uncooperative, however, tell them I've hidden my lovely pair of shoes inside the roof. So yeah, guess what happened to all 3 of those pixies? Yeah, anyone want to take a wild guess? So yeah, so in order to complete this quest, we've got to speak with Ni Is now. And that pixie should be around here. Yep, staying in front of the cactuar shrub. You want to play, do you? Well, actually, I've got some bad news. Is that so? Well, it's got not to do with me. I don't owe you anything. If you want a reward, you must play with me first. It's only fair. Let's see, now. Yes, a couple of years ought to do it. A couple of years? Like, what? Yeah, he's crossing his arms like, huh? Yeah, and after I came to tell you... Truly? Oh, those shoes are the loveliest. When Lad Ken flaunted them, it made me so jealous. Ah, to think that they'll be mine now. He sent out something by way of thanks. With that, I'm off to collect my shoes. And so with that, we'll pick up our now 290,000 experience points and the 852 gil. But yeah, if it hadn't dawned on you yet, all 3 of those pixies turned into the beavers that you saw before us. And so now that we've taken care of the side quest that over here at Lida Laran, it's now time for us to move on to the 3 main quests that we came to do here in the first place. Yeah, what a way to start out here in Ilmeg. Yeah, not as if we're not unaccustomed to doing various random tasks. But yeah, we got to see firsthand the curse of Fisa Laran. Yeah, there's a reason why you don't go there if you're a pixie. You get turned into a beaver. I mean, who knows? If Oregon State University is looking for mascots, I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Alright, so just chill out for a while until my audio card finishes capturing. And rendering, and then we can get on task back again with the 3 main story quests. Yeah, Petey talked about how he can't wait for the new Final Fantasy VII remake. I have mentioned before on YouTube when the official launch date was announced that when it comes out, I intend to stream both the original and the remake of Final Fantasy VII for you guys. And I intend to do them both together. So with any luck, we might get to see one of the most unique Let's Plays in the history of YouTube. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that everyone's going to be doing the 7 remake together. But I feel like it makes more sense to do both of them, the original and the remake, side by side, just so that we can compare. And I think it is also a fitting tribute to the original. And I can imagine that people who are intending to do the remake are planning to do the original before the remake. Which makes sense. But I'd rather do them both at the same time. And yeah, Petey, where we are is a pixie haven, a fairy haven. Alright, audio card's finished rendering. Alright. Looks like everything's good to go again. Alright, so now that we've taken care of all the side quests here at Lita Loran, let's go ahead and start taking on the 3 required main quest stories for the challenges. Starting over here, we'll go from left to right, hopefully, and start with East Iala to take on their level 72 main story quest entitled East Iala's Errand. East Iala hungers for your assistance.
Oh, I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit, a little fruit or something, right? Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet, succulent burdens.
Fruit it is. And away we go. So yeah, let's go and find these bell trees. Also, you'll notice as well, there's shadows of blossoms as well that are currently up in the air, but we can't see them because of the low-hanging fog. So we'll go ahead and shake this bell fruit tree a little. But yeah, no sooner does the fruit come down than something else comes with it. Oh, and I just realized that's the AoE you're using. Thankfully, I just got out of the way of it. Yeah, take this, you. Yeah, spin right through it. Yeah, all the poison breath in the world isn't going to stop me. And now over this way. Yeah, get the extension on the blood of the dragon. And now it's time to, once again, deal with the crawlers. Yeah, for you, I will give the power of my battle litany and my single-use dragon sight. Now, I will say now that Dragon Sight is no longer restrictive is definitely very helpful. Alright, so back the way we came. Yeah, hopefully Isiala doesn't mind a little insect with their fruit. So we ride past Thancred and hook up with these again.
Oh, so hungry. Did you get the fruits?
We did indeed. Here you go.
Oh, thank you ever so much. You've saved me. Yes, saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down.
Yeah, it wasn't just about the fruit.
Ah, you've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things? Hate them! Sin eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try and fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say.
So we'll complete that quest. Also, hey there, Finbar. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Well, I actually have done acting in the past, but that was a long time ago, back in high school. Alright, so next up let's speak with Sul Un to take on their level 72 main story quest entitled Sul Un's Request. Sul Un aches for your attention.
Oh, look at me, I have a task for you. Little Loran is our beloved village and we want it to always look lovely, and it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than Everblooms. So here are some Everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes?
Alright then. So yeah, these are going in 3 different spots. So yeah, one right next to the main aetheryte. And then a couple more elsewhere. And I just need to remember if this is lower tier or higher tier. Oh no, I know where this is. It's on the top of this thing. Yeah, it's not easy to jump up here, but when you can, then it's very helpful. Alright, moving on. So yeah, then one located right next to one of these little huts. Tended to by another pixie. Yeah, hey look Pixie, I have wings just like you do.
How big as grow flowers are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Vorbert or Bovert or some such, but the sin eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then we pixies have been living here and we've been given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think?
And then, onward. Yeah, in fact, one of my high school mentors, when I was doing acting at the high school, was Lucas Bryant, who is actually the lead actor for the sci-fi drama series Haven. So yeah, I actually knew him for a year before he graduated. I don't think he would remember me after all this time, but he was one of our mentors, and it was definitely cool to have him around. He was a really cool guy. So let's go ahead and plant the last part of these seeds.
Oh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them.
That seems like an idea. But how are you gonna make curtains out of flowers, though? You'll probably need some vines to attach them to or something. Hey there, Solun.
You've done sowing the seeds? Thank you! This shall help Leader Loran live up to its name, which means Flower House, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the lights. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow faithfolk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home, and it could be yours too. Forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, we didn't come here to stay forever and ever. We came here to find my fellow Scions and save them from the fate that they've been forced to endure. So now over here is the last of our required quests. being held by Ul Sigyn, so let's go ahead and take on his quest at level 72 entitled Ul Sigyn's Plea. Ul Sigyn thirsts for your kindness.
Mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leafmen you see standing about our village. Adorable, aren't they?
Yeah, we're watering the cactuar shrubs.
Now you'll need to go to Longmere Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned, the Thwath make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care.
Sadly, no, Finbar, I did not, because there seem to be no reliable guides on how to get the last remaining quest that I need done with Seraphy. I've looked everywhere and I cannot find anything. I've looked on GameFAQs, I've looked on YouTube, I've looked up Reddit, and I can't find anything. Like, all I want to do is just beat the game casually. Is that too much to ask? So yeah, here's where we're supposed to be. So yeah, we gotta deal with these Thwath pranksters. Yeah, here comes your friend to take the damage from my Gears Kogel. Yeah, there are just no reliable guides out there because all the guides out there assume that you're playing the game to 100% completion. And I don't want to play to 100% completion, I just want to beat the game. Yeah, I'm not interested in a 100% completion guide, I just want to beat the game casually. The epilogue. Yeah, there should be in my World of Final Fantasy set of streams. Like, I think it was the penultimate stream where we got the list of Seraphy's final quest for me to do. So yeah, where's the Leafman? There we go. Yeah, there were a total of 5 of them, and I've tried sending them to the these YouTubers and these GameFAQs guiders and these Reddits, and none of them know what I'm talking about. They'll just respond to me blankly and they say we have no idea. So yeah, that doesn't help at all.
You've given water to our children? Thank you ever so much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Ilmeg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course.
I'll beg to differ on that. So now, with the 3 required quests done, let's now go back over to Thancred, because he'll have the next required main story quest for us. So yeah, what we essentially did were the 3 quests that the Mughals gave us in Heavensward when we arrived at the Churning Mists. So now let's go ahead and speak with Thancred to take on the level 72 main story quest entitled Unto the Truth. Thancred looks just like you feel. Actually, there was more than one of them. One of them was trying to get Shiva and Ifrit to appear in the Colosseum, and they never have for me. That's the one that bugged me the most, because I kept going into the Colosseum waiting for them to spawn, and they've never done it. How goes it, Shinji? Like, I don't know what the requirements are. Like, I've beaten a lot of battles in the Colosseum off camera, but it's still not enough to get Ifrit and Shiva to appear. So a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. And here come the twins. As well as Minfilia.
How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us.
Indeed, whenever I inquire about how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same. A little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future.
Oriange once told me a story about the pixies.
Oh, and what's that, Minfilia? Do tell.
They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from beings such as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates along the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this.
And so how does that help us?
If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you become that which you fear most, brother dearest.
Really?
However, the pixies may come into being. If we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason?
Actually, during the start of our journey, we did. Fail-Ul. Yeah, you'll have to look back through my streams in order to see what I have to do for Seraphine in order to complete that stupid game.
What? You knew a pixie from before?
Yeah, I can tell you about it.
Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact? You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then, summon this Fail-Ul, if you please.
Alright then. So with that chat mode in say, use the keyboard to enter Fail-Ul to summon your pixie friend at the designated location. So yeah, we gotta go over here specifically. And so once we arrive, we have to call out for Fail-Ul. A voice rings out in your mind.
So, my sapling has finally remembered about his lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, he may as well lob me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling.
So yeah, you have to go a little more, and this time you have to respond by saying, Fail-Ul, I need you. And you have to do it with a comma. Yeah. I am at a disadvantage now because I have no one to stand next to me. And if you don't say it right, then this doesn't continue. Yeah, as you'll see. Oh, it's please Fail-Ul. Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, the text just, the way this is laid out, it just absolutely really messes up with the text. Probably more of the intentional fairy tricks that Square Enix intended to give you as part of this.
Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sudden law could do it with more fire.
Yeah. She is that stubborn. So now we have to really go over the top with this by entering Oh loveliest of branches. Yeah. Oh loveliest of branches. As soon as we can get it typed out. Yeah. This is how annoying this is. Please grant me your succor. With an exclamation point. Oh, and I gotta make sure it's typed out exactly as it says in the fog, or else. Yeah, this quest is annoying. Just because of the way that they do it to you in such conditions. Yeah, come out of hiding.
You're late! Late! I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting.
Well, we were waiting for the right time to do so. We have patience, unlike you.
But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
And it's like, ah.
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, and she looks at them like, what? Like, how dare you?
I'm sorry. It was
Hey,
a joke.
it's true.
Honestly, just a joke.
From what we've seen from Alice, say it's true. She always was the evil
just
twin.
Now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you.
Well, thank you.
Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please do what you can. Yeah, let's go pay visit to these three again.
Well. If it isn't Theo, ooh, the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, he will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
Sorry, they're with me.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village.
Well, keep in mind, I don't have just a bag. I have an entire armory chest, too.
There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Can we say no to that, too?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
Well, then get on with it. And so away they go. And thus, the fog is lifted. Now this whole area is revealed to us. Yeah, and all it took was for Feoul to get really pissed off.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, hopefully your memory's coming back.
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Yes, please.
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Yeah, no wonder they call you the Mad Bloom. Hey there, Shima, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, no wonder they call her the Mad Bloom. And so now that everything looks a lot more realistic, let's go ahead and speak with Thancred. For Alphinaud and Odyssey's sakes, let us be quick. It would be a shame to return only that they have been made to play one game too many. Now the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar, the Bookman's Shelves it's called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. And so away we go. So yeah, you'll see as well that each of these glowing spires has a rainbow emanating from it whenever it lights up like this, which is really cool. It's definitely one of my favorite features of Ilmeg. Also, there's something I should show you guys. This was really hilarious when I saw it in early access. I'm going to intentionally bring out the regalia again, just so that you guys can appreciate this. Yeah, flowers passing through the floorboards. Yeah, the floorboards are not very sturdy on this thing, and flowers can simply phase right through them. I find this to be incredibly hilarious, and I got more than my share of fair kicks playing with Corinne in early access, believe you me when I say that. It's just so hilarious to see all these flowers passing through the floorboards like it's no big deal. Yeah, actually, no, they're PDE. They're not, like, sylphs in any way. So now that we've gotten ourselves closer to our intended destination... Yeah, I don't think we want to scare... I don't think we want to scare Oriange when we show up, so let's go ahead and dress more casually now that combat is not required. Thancred? And here we are at long last. I give you Oriange's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home. And so inside we go. No, don't worry, Petey. We got you covered. Don't worry, I made sure to respond to your answer. Or your question, rather. So once we arrive inside... Lots of books, potions. There's even a globe of the universe. But where's Oriange?
Oriange! Are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends his way.
Yeah, we know that voice.
Did send word that thou would seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
Yeah, here he comes in all his fancy glory. Yeah, he doesn't hide behind a hood anymore. And nor does he hide behind his goggles
glad
either.
Am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Yeah, no more hiding behind hoods or goggles for this guy. Hello there. It's nice to meet you.
Run along, Minfilia. We'll meet you outside.
But...
But nothing.
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
What's in the pouch? I guess we won't know until later.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Yes, we have. Well, almost all of them. Yeah, we can tell you who we've caught up with to this point, and how far we've come to meet you.
That Master Alphinaud and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest...
Yeah.
It beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Yeah, we heard about that when we arrived. So tell all.
As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time.
So we were actually winning.
Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile. Black Rose.
Yeah, a chemical we've become very familiar with.
Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared.
Poor Gridania.
And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed, for spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world.
Well, Petey, if you're not that impressed, it's basically Agent Orange. Like if you're familiar with American history, Black Rose is essentially Agent Orange.
Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
and then Oriange 1.0 comes over and sees a lot of corpses. The two Lalafell girls, as well as Alice and Thancred. You've never heard of Agent Orange? Agent Orange was a deadly chemical weapon used in the Vietnam War. It was used by flying overhead and spraying it all over the land to...
Were no more.
So...
For the weapon spared not one. Not even thee.
Yeah, Agent Orange was used as an aerial chemical. It was sprayed overhead over Vietnam lands, and it was used to not only kill the enemy, the Viet Cong, it was also used to poison the land as well. So it served a double effect. So essentially what Oriange is describing with Black Rose, Agent Orange did in the Vietnam War. And to think that I'm a Canadian and I know something like that is pretty crazy.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy.
Yeah, in fact, if I remember correctly, its usage is discussed in the movie Apocalypse Now. It's one of the most popular movies about the Vietnam War. So you might want to look into that.
To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come.
Yeah. What else are you going to tell us that we aren't already suffering from enough?
Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
It's a chart of the elements, or it's something to do with magic. But yeah, we can see that there are various elements with the way that they look.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active; umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral.
Why do we look so shocked?
Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
And so...
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
I don't know, have we?
'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity.
And of course, that's not good. Which brings us...
At least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg.
That's a good idea.
Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Yeah, we do need to know.
'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Liagia, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake.
Liagia.
To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid.
Again?
Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Yes, please. Just don't do anything irrational, okay? And so we'll take our experience in Gil. And thus, we now have been reunited with 4 of the 5 missing scions. Alright. Yeah, I thought I was going to need to normalize this time, so I'm going to have to do that. Yeah, it's cool to see you guys engaged in such active conversation in chat. We have not really had that over the time that I've been streaming this live to this point, but it's cool to see this is going on. Yeah, and PD trying to fit everything he can into the max character limit. Yeah, as Final Fantasies go, I've never played anything earlier than 4. 4 is the earliest Final Fantasy I've ever played. Someone apparently has never played Stormblood. Yeah, go to deep water and press circle. Yeah, you can't just be in the water at all around here because there's varying depths of water in Ilmag. Alright, it's normalized so I can now get it rendered. Oh, you got yourself a Super NES Classic. Good job there, Finbar. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 3/6. So yeah, not only as Oriange can offer his quest, but of course you'll notice we've got some new quests now added too. Yeah, no more at Lita Laran, but we'll be getting back over to these additional quests shortly. Also, someone's dressing fancy. What is this? A Bonewicca Whisperer's mask. Yeah, with fire coming out no less. Yeah, someone was truly going for the Hellfire look for sure. Which means it shouldn't be surprising, yeah, that demonic wings is their glamour. Yeah, someone was really going for hell on earth with their look. Yeah, they didn't want to be merely Warrior of Darkness, they wanted to be Warrior of Hell. Alright. Audio file is done rendering. Alright. So, before we move on to resuming the main story with Oriange, we're going to go ahead and take on the new side quests that have been made available. So, let's head on outside and check out these two new side quests. Starting by speaking with this Dispirited Pixie to take on their quest entitled Revolting Refreshments. The Dispirited and Dispirited Pixies are unimpressed with Oriange. Of course they would be.
Of late, Oriange has been paying us no mind. He always used to have time for us, but now he's busy with other things. He leaves us no choice but to play tricks on him.
Nobody asked your PlayStation? Wow.
That's right. We're going to play tricks on Oriange, and you're going to help us prepare them.
Yeah, I'm going to do what now?
First of all, we need to draw water from Hamir Lake. Come and meet me by the water.
Yeah, so now we're gonna go and check out the lake, but I'm probably gonna have to just for combat for this one. Yeah, especially if we have anything attacking us. Well, I actually have played a Dragon Quest game, quote-unquote, but it was the original Dragon Warrior. Yeah, I think I mentioned this before, that I used to play Dragon Warrior religiously every weekend as a kid. Like, I would play it from start to finish all weekend long. Alright, it's Pixie.
For our trip, we need nice clean water and I want you to carry it. But normal carrying is insufferably boring. That's why I've asked the fairies who dwell in these parts to make an exciting game out of it. Try to carry the water back to the bookman's shelves without dying, you hear? And don't be too slow either. Slow is boring.
So yeah, we're gonna have to carry this with a time limit of 90 seconds. So yeah, we've already done something like this before where we had to carry something from point A to point B. We're also trying to avoid enemies as much as possible because every time we get attacked for damage, we lose 10 seconds. Thankfully for me, this hawker on the right is going away. Just enough for me to not have to worry too much. Yeah. Also, you may have noticed how weird the lance bounces back and forth on Shinji's back when carrying something. Yeah, it keeps smashing into his tail like nothing. Like nobody's business. Yeah, we gotta get it all the way around. Over to the Disputed Pixie.
Well, you actually came back alive. Most don't, so give yourself a pat on the back.
I can only imagine how a Lalafell would carry this.
How will we use this water, you ask? We'll boil it and then pour it into a pot with some withered leaves. This produces a foul brown water that Oriange absolutely loathes. Now while I prepare the water, I want you to go and fetch a fragrant treat from the cabinet over in the corner. That's another thing that Oriange loathes.
Well, it doesn't seem like we'll be getting anything that weighs all that much this time. But yeah, what we need is actually in Oriange's house over here. But then that begs the question, if he doesn't like this, why is it in his house? Yeah, one of those random questions where you gotta ask, does this make any sense to you? Back over to the Spirited Pixie.
Did you find the treats?
We did.
Good. Now everything is in readiness. I can't wait to see the look on Oriange's face when we offer this to him. But my friend is sure taking their time. Let's go and find them.
Well, looks like we won't have to go too far. Yeah, hello there.
The preparations are in order. Excellent. All that remains is to wait Oriange's return. We never tire of seeing him gag as he sips the brown water, but he's so polite he always drinks it to the last drop. Why, I almost feel sorry for him. Anyway, thanks for helping us. Let's do it again sometime.
I think we'll pass. But now, let's go on to our Aether Current quest. And it's called Delightful Decorations. At the sight of you, the exuberant pixie's eyes light up with recognition.
Oh, you're Oriange's friend, aren't you? Will you not lend me a hand?
Not like the other pixies, will I?
You see, Oriange's home is drab and dull and I've a mind to decorate it. Make it bright and beautiful. If you were to help out, it'd make it all the more special. First of all, we need some whirlweeds, a pretty little plant that grows in the water. We can usually trade with a froth for it, but as you can swim, you can harvest some for us. You should be able to find the weed in the lake where there's a sunken church. While you take care of this, I'll go pick us lots and lots of beautiful flowers. Afterwards, let's meet back here for the decorating. See you soon.
Yeah, so this is the first instance where we actually have to go swimming to find what we need. And I have just the look in mind. Our outfit from Moonfire Fair 2 years ago. Yeah, this one makes a little more sense as far as something to wear into the cold lake. So we need to get into water that's sufficiently deep enough, then we can dive. So once we're hovering over the intended target area, we will go ahead and dive in. So yeah, here's the first part of the woolweed. Yeah, they're running off on their motorcycle, but I prefer to take it easy because I want to show you how beautiful this lake is. Even despite the fact that all the of this village that used to be here is now completely covered in moss. And then we'll turn over here and we can clearly see the remaining two. So we'll get this one. And then we'll get the one in the back. Here we go. Alright. Oh, she is. Oh, and Yami's on now. Let's say hello to him. Alright, let's swim on back to shore. Yeah, I guess we'll need to see a pic of her in that look at some point. Alright, now they're back on dry land. Let's go ahead and turn this back over. So yeah, here's the pixie.
There you are. Did you manage to find the whirlweeds?
Here you go.
Oh, look at these lovelies. I'll enchant these at once, make it so they can grow outside the water, then I'll plant them here and there. Meanwhile, I want you to decorate with these snug blooms. As to where they should go, yes, the stairs. That's a dull spot that's right for some cheer. When you're finished, come and let me know.
So the pixie goes inside, and then we'll start spreading stuff all over the stairs. So yeah, just in case you thought we couldn't go where the stairs were, to the upper floor, here we go. Yeah, gotta wait for the cooldown to complete. And finally... yeah, finally over here. So in case you're wondering what's up here, it's just really a whole bunch of crates. Lots and lots of crates and barrels. But now that we've done our part, let's head on back outside. Hey there, Pixie.
Marvelous! This is sure to put a smile on Oriange's scowly face. And then he'll want to stay here forever and ever and ever. You're welcome to stay too, of course. There's plenty of room for you and all your friends.
That sounds creepy. But yeah, we're not done with this exuberant pixie just yet. Let's go ahead and take on their next quest entitled Bewitched Books. The exuberant pixie has another bright idea.
Oh, another brilliant idea has just occurred to me. Will you help me again, mortal? As his friend, you'll know that Oriange is not the tidiest of people. Why, he's half buried in mountains of tomes and other things I have no name for. And as a result, he spends half his time searching for things, which means less time playing with us. What I want to do is cast an enchantment on his tomes so that he can find them easily. All he has to do is say a tome's name and it will come flying into his hands. Brilliant, yes? The problem is, I can't read your funny mortal letters, meaning I can't find his favorite tomes. So I need you to do the finding and enchanting in my stead. Now, I often see him with his nose buried in 3 different tomes. One is about the history of Vobert, another about some Shadowkeeper person, and the last about runes, the letters we use in our language. Please find each of them and give them a good sprinkling of these flying fish scales.
Flying fish scales, huh? Yeah, literally fish scales. And literally flying. Starting with the Rise of the Shadowkeeper. Yeah, the tome is entitled The Rise of the Shadowkeeper. Will you read the tome before enchanting it? Sure. Yeah, let's have a look. In the eyes of the elves, all the other races that now inhabit Norvrant are not but invaders. Thieves who despoiled them of their ancestral home. Sounds like the Alazan in Gridania. Their disdain was not reserved for long-standing enemies such as their Verberites alone. Even their allies, the Humes, were regarded as outsiders unworthy of trust. And that sounds like the Alazan of Ishgard. With many of Lakeland's offices of power held by elven conservatives who desire to return to the glory days of Eld, the Shadowkeepers saw an opportunity and seized it, taking control from within. And so now, yeah, let's go ahead and turn this into one of the creepy book from the Summoner's Quest over in Stormblood. Yeah, we're turning all these things into Stormblood Arcanist books. So now the history of Vobert. Let's read the tome before enchanting it. As is portrayed by the two-headed wolf which graces the nation's coat of arms. What is this, the Stark family? The kingdom of Vobert was born of an alliance between the Drawn and the Galdient. Ere such an alliance could be forged, however, much blood was spilled. In order to avoid further bloodshed, our ancestors established a system of succession whereby the crown would be retained by the Drawn. Each successive monarch would be chosen by a council of 5, of whom 3 would be Galdient of noble houses. Thus did the two-headed wolf arise to rule the northern lands of Norvrant. And so, yeah, change that thing into a Summoner's Stormblood tome. And now finally the book on the back, a treatise on runes. The Fey races such as the New Mu and the Pixies wield their unique type of spellcraft through the use of runes. Each rune represents a letter while harboring a meaning all its own, and together they form the foundation of Fey magics. Below is a list of some popular runes which oft find their use in Fey names. Sun, or Sigan, the sun or light. Ul, the moon or darkness. Ul, the land or earth. Io, a star or a lesser light. Theo, a treasure or wealth. So yeah, Theo Ul's name, basically, the pixie who helped us out, basically means treasure of the moon. And so let's turn this thing into a Stormblood Summoner's book. And now that we've done that, let's head on back outside. Hello there.
Ah, there you are. Done with the enchanting then?
Yes, indeed.
What? The tomes came to life and ran away? That's hilarious. I must tell everyone about this.
Yeah, somehow you help U-turn to be. Yeah. So as they go happy with doing even more than they imagined, it's time to get back to the main story. So let's speak with Urianger for the level 72 main story quest entitled Courting Cooperation. Urianger fixes you with his gaze. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Yeah. Did you take up astrology? Did you lose weight? Or I didn't recognize you at first? Yeah, we should probably say that we don't recognize him because, of course, this is Shinji. Come now, 'tis scarce the first time thou hast beheld these fair features. Lest thou wonderest, I have taken up astrology. My present attire better suiteth the arts. Yeah, but you might not be able to take it back with you when we bring you back to Eorzea. Though the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. But enough of myself, let us now speak of our task. As did I mention, if we are to enter Liagia, we must needs gain the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting them unto them as suitable gifts. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Yeah, and Thancred's like, whatever. Meanwhile, Shinji, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a Valkin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Alright. So combat will be required. This Squirtle name is Thane Wid. Alright. Okay, since we don't have to go that far for the hawkers, we'll just go around over here. And there's one just conveniently being attacked by someone else, and another being attacked by someone else, and a whole bunch of them being attacked by someone else. But here's one who hasn't been attacked yet. Hey, you. Yeah. You want me? Come and get me. Yeah, so we got past half health now. So let's go ahead and contain it. Oh, this is a collection-based fate, and that guy's gonna die. Yeah, that poor guy is gonna die. Yeah, there are people who are running out to try and help, but others like myself who are just continuing on with the story. Thou hast returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? I have, yes. Ah, truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Thancred too shall return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile. Alright. And so, sometime later...
"'Tis done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget.
Oh, what is it? What have you got for us? White Auracite? Here in the first?
White Auracite, newly forged for thy use. Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary. Our eternal enemies.
The Asians.
Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Asians' essence.
Well, hopefully we'll find a way to put it to good use at some point. Provided we can find them. Welcome back, Minfilia.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
What did she bring us?
That's my girl, thank you.
Aw, so sweet.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether.
So how are you using a gunblade?
I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages. But on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
So why didn't you just stick to daggers?
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Don't take any of the ones that are
Of course,
sentient.
my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden. lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Yeah, look how happy she is. And so now...
Hast thou spoken to him of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Oh, really?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any.
Yeah, might as well get it out.
As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Yeah. As no sooner does that happen than we get our first echo. Yeah, the echo does work out here too. So, over in Amarang... Actually, we've already had an echo before.
What must I do to bring you back?
Yeah, we actually had an echo before.
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope.
So that's how you've gone about doing it.
In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Is there anything?
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
Is that a good idea?
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
Yeah, what about all of them? She just shrugs it off.
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's.
Sorry, man.
You have ever watched over me, Thancred.
Yeah, it seems like they've gone a long way, haven't they? He's like, back off.
Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path.
Yeah, you can do that, can't you, Thancred?
When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
Is she okay?
What happened?
Yeah, it looks like our Minfilia has decided to move on. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. Yeah, come back around there, Shinji.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
Ah yes, the scattering. Yeah. How do you want this to end, or say nothing at all? Well, I think we pretty much know how obvious this is. But let's ask him anyway. Come on, man, out with it. We know what you're thinking.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate.
Nope.
The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something sooner or later. Yeah, and also she's back.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Leader Loran.
Yeah, come on, Thagrid. It's time to be a big boy now. Alright, so let's go ahead and warp back over to Leader Loran. Alright, we have returned. So let's go ahead and speak with the Solons to complete the quests. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's fake custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. And so that will take our experience, skill, plus we'll take some more grilled rail. Oh, I did? Now, apologies there, Shima, if I did, but it was just easier to warp back over. It's just easier to warp back over to Leader Loran. Oh, there you are. Also, I noticed you went with Tefeta shawl and loincloth as well. So yeah, this is what you've chosen as your Red Mage Glamour now? And holy cow, it's 430 now at level 80. Alright. So yeah, gear is now at 430. Once you hit level 80, alright. And let's go ahead and save the file. Oh, you brought a little cute puppy with you. Unless it belongs to someone else. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm just wrapping this all around and trying to figure it out so that when I do my next 2 speedrun marathons in August, I'll have an idea of what I'm doing. Also, for those of you who are wondering right now, for the time being, since those 2 speedrun marathons are coming up for me in August, I'm prioritizing leveling Mathia as a red mage main for now. But once I've gotten the 2 marathons done, then I'll be moving them back over to Dragoon and leveling that back up to 80. Plus, it'll also give me. Plus, doing so also allows me the opportunity to show you some of the other optional side quests that are back over into Castarian, because, of course, you might remember from before that we had the opportunity to speak with Lou Reek, who's doing the series of quests that are required to complete Heaven's Ward on the side. And in so doing, we be allowed to complete the end of the story. So I'm in the middle of doing, since I'm doing that with Red Mage now on Mathia, that allows me the opportunity to be able to show off those side quests too. And then of course, once the opportunity presents itself, I'll be able to level a tank and a healer to 80 so that you can see the rest of those quests. And wow, your ether device is pretty creepy there, Shima. Yeah, that thing looks like it's a very evil relic with the glowing red in the middle, inside of the star, and also the spikes on the bottom. They're floating separately. Like, that's really creepy looking. Oh, okay. Alright, audio files finished rendering, so that means we can get back to the story. But yeah, thanks for showing this off to us, Shima. As well as your fancy new glamour. Yeah, glad you could come over here and show it off for everyone. So, yeah, it's time for us to get back to the story. Alright. Looks like we're all good to go. So, yeah, you'll also notice as well now some more new side quests have been made available to us. So we'll go ahead and take those on first, as we've always done. So let's go ahead and start taking the new side quests. So we'll start over here by speaking with this Chipper Pixie here to take on their quest entitled Counting Pixies. The Chipper Pixie looks at you playfully. Oh, to have so many mortals visiting us, I can scarcely contain my excitement. I know a really fun game. Come with me and we'll have orders of fun together. A possessed mini hot air balloon? So let's go find where the pixie is. And from there we'll check everything out. So yeah, they're going to be on the high ground. So let's go ahead and meet up with them there. Plus, we also get an Aether Current. Yay! I approve of this. Okay, let's go and pay visit to the Chipper Pixie. Hello there.
There you are. I will lend you this tube. A spyglass, I believe you mortals call it, and it makes small things look big. We're going to use it for our game. The rules are simple. Stand over there, look.
So inspect the designated location to use the spyglass and begin counting pixies. You have 30 seconds to complete the task. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look out. Okay, so we've got one over here. We've got another in the back. We've got a third floating here in the front. And there is one just barely hiding behind this tree. Yeah, we may also have a fifth appearing, but that could also be one that just appeared late. So yeah, time's up. So now it's time to give our answer. So it's either 4 or it's 5. How many of us are there? Okay, it's 4.
Correct, there are 4 of us. Well done, mortal. Here's the fabulous prize Oh, fiddlesticks, I left it back at Leader Loran. Well, we'll just have to make a game of it. Last one back to the village of the rotten egg.
So let's head on back there. Okay, so yeah, there's where the Chipper Pixie is, so let's hook up back with them. There we go.
I beat you back. I got to turn you into a rotten egg.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I jest. I won't turn you into a rotten egg. Not so soon after you played with me, at any rate. Here's your prize. Let's play again soon.
Thanks, I guess. Yeah, they really like to mess with their head, don't they? Alright, next up over here, we find this art-loving pixie. Let's go ahead and speak with them to take on their quest, but yeah. Should you choose to undertake this quest, know that guidance from the journal, duty list, and map will be limited. You need to read the text carefully and decipher the clues that determine your course of action. So we have this quest entitled, An Artist's Tale. The art-loving pixie has something to show you.
Mortal, look at the book I found. Unlike the boring ones in Noyange's home, this one has lots of pictures in it. There are 2 pictures that I like especially. They have the most adorable leafmen in them. See?
So yeah, this is basically like the quest that we saw over in Kugane back in Stormblood. The pictures appear to depict locales in Ilmeg.
I really want to find these leafmen, but I haven't had any luck. If I lend the pictures to you, do you think you could search me? There'll be a reward in it for you.
So yeah, let's go ahead and look for these particular pictures. So I'm going to show off the one that's more difficult to know about. If for no other reason than the fact that a lot of people were asking where it could possibly be when I did this in early access. And so it took a lot of effort from the community to figure out where it eventually was. So we're going to show this one off first, and then once we do that, then we'll be able to move on to the next one. Okay, so I'm trying to remember where exactly that was. Crap, have I forgotten already? Yeah, uh-oh. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. So yeah, we just have to run into the general area and it'll show it off. So yeah, did we get to take a look at it? Yeah, there they are. You find the location portrayed in the picture of the gathered Leafmen. And you also see words scrawled along the border of the picture. Such lifelike topiary. If I half expect the leafy participants of this gathering to burst into conversation at any moment, yet out of this wilderness, by whose hands are they being so meticulously maintained? That's a good question. Right. Alright, Bloodmorpho. Since you're clearly interested in combat and you do not care for art, I shall have to do but just killing you. Yeah. Unlike the pixies, I can pluck your wings. Yeah, worst decision you ever made was fighting me. Because now you're dead. Alright, so for the next section, we need to go closer to the lake. Yeah, that's why that one was the harder of the two. But this one, when I was doing early access, I came upon it strictly by accident. But yeah, it involves the use of the castle in the middle here. And not just that, but also the area next to it with the stairs. So we're gonna run alongside the water here. And with any luck, we'll find the other Leafman. So yeah, it's gonna be right over here. Just need the trigger to appear, and there it goes. So yeah, a spot of approval. There it is. Just chilling out by the lake. And this one says, I came upon topiary at the water, appearing as if bathing. Nearby there lay a fishing rod, worn and weathered. For a moment my mind went to a dark place, but it is surely a coincidence. Surely. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Back to the little Ron. Alright, let's go find the art-loving pixie again. And then once we've done that, we can then move on. There you go.
You found the Leafman in the pictures? Wonderful, I can't wait to see them with my own eyes. Let me tell you, it's not easy to make them so lifelike. You must cast the enchantment on mortals completely unawares, else you're liable to end up with disappointing results.
You make them how?
Why, when I tried to sneak up on the owner of the book, he noticed me and promptly ran off. And now I've got the Leafman frozen in straw with his mouth split open in terror. Not a pretty sight. Oh, but before I get here, your reward as promised. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some Leafmen to play with.
Yeah, what's worse? Getting turned into a Sin Eater or getting turned into a Leafman? You be the judge. So yeah, we got one more quest over here down the bottom, so let's go ahead and take care of it first. Yeah, how would you want your life to end? By being turned into a Sin Eater or by being turned into a Leafman? So let's go and speak with Ayala to take on the next side quest entitled A Rosy Problem. Ayala has an earnest request for you.
Help! Help us, please! I swear this is not a trick!
What's happened?
You see, there are these scary bears that terrorize us. Rose bears they're called, and we're usually able to drive them away. But of late, one that's bigger, fiercer, and hungrier than the rest has appeared. We're too scared to try anything on it, small and weak as we are, but you're much bigger and stronger than us. If someone can deal with that rabbit beast, I believe you can. Now, the ordinary rose bears are known to prowl the area east of here. If you were to slay a few of them, it should lure out their more fearsome kin. And when it does, I want you to slay it too.
Alright then. And also you may have noticed that we can now actually, because the fog is lifted, we can now actually see the floating blossoms Yeah, we only were able to see their shadows before, but now we can actually see the blossoms themselves, and you can see them spinning around in the sky. So that's really cool. And so off we go. Yeah, we see the first of the rose bears over here. Yeah, so this is what a rose bear looks like. It's essentially a bear that has roses and various other wild plants growing on it. And somehow it can see us through that foliage. And then we'll hit up the other one over here. Yeah, bring it on. Yeah, bring it on, Rose Bear. Yeah, you're about to get pruned and trimmed. Yeah, take this. And then, yeah, here comes Mama Bear. Into the air. Here's Kogonastron. Mirage Dive and Spine Shatter. Yeah, whip it around. Oop, look out. And there we go. Yeah, getting all the stretching out here. Alright, let's turn the corner and get back over to Aniala. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get back to where they were. Sorry for running over your sheep. You did it! You rid us of the giant rose bear! We're in your debt! For long, long years, those brazen beasts have preyed on our sheep, our precious friends who give us milk. In order to teach them a lesson, we grew plants on their bodies, but oh, our dismay, it only made them scarier. Yeah, some lesson you taught them. But thanks to you, the scariest of them is no more, and the lesser ones we can manage by ourselves. Ilmeg is a better place for kind and helpful mortals such as you. And so there we go, that takes care of those side quests. Now it's time to get ourselves another Aether Current quest. So yeah, we're gonna go back around. Yeah, it'll just be faster to drive back than it will be to warp back over to Lita Luran. So yeah, now it's time for our next Aether Current quest. Where is our person? There they are. Yeah, here we have Ulthan. So yeah, this guy will have a chain-oriented quest for us. So, let's start by taking on his quest entitled The Path to Popularity. Ulthan has a dream. Alright, thanks for joining us there, Finbar.
There's talk that an interesting mortal has come to Ilmeg. A Shinji or Kurios, some such. It's you, isn't it? Don't even think to deny it.
I guess my name gets around with all that I've done.
I'm Ulthan, and it's my dream to become the most popular fairy of all. Why? Because everyone would fawn over me, and that would be really fun. Now, by way of an achievable first step, I'm aiming to becoming the darling of Lita Luran, but everyone is so caught up with the flower smelling and the mist of making they don't even spare me a glance. You travel to and fro, so you must know much more about this and that. Tell me, what must I do to become popular?
Yeah. Become the cleverest pixie of all, become the fairest pixie of all, or become the strongest pixie of all. Yeah, I don't know if raw strength is gonna help out. But yeah, if we know anything about pixies, it's how to be tricky. Yeah. Stay true to your roots.
The cleverest? I think I know how I can do that. I just need to read lots of books, right?
Well, that's not the answer I would have gone with.
And it just so happens there are lots of books in Oriange's home, a place called the Booksman's Shelves. Right, I'm going that once and you're coming too. I can't read your strange mortal writing, so I need you to do it for me.
Alright. Yeah. What is he getting himself into? And ourselves, for that matter. Wait a minute. Oh. We're just simply looking at the bookman's shelves. Yeah, we've been there before. So we'll go back there. Yeah, this is what this guy wants to do in order to accomplish his dreams. Yeah, we're gonna go and avoid these moths, as well as the sentient plants, the garden anemones. Oh, look out. Yeah, we don't want anything to do with those mini floating morbals. In fact, we see someone riding on what looks like Behemoth? Maybe? Well, in any event, let's go on ahead inside. Now that we've returned to this house. See if we can't find what he's looking for. Well, there are three options. First, this leather-bound tome. On the occasion of the 300th year of the founding of Vobert, a grand celebration was held in Grunus Licht. No expense was spared. Over the course of the festivities, guests were lavishly feasted and regaled with wondrous performances. Yet amidst all the pomp and pageantry, naught was more stirring than the recitation of the Oath of the Covenants. In the honor of the alliance between Drun and Galdians, upon which the kingdom was built, representatives of each race took to the podium. 'Twas a sight to draw tears from all who looked on.
Vobert, what strange names you mortals have. It'll make sounds much prettier. It means the Kingdom of Rainbows.
Well, let's look at the other two books of interest. Let's have a look at this one. Good Janana's Grace was named for Her Royal Highness Princess Janana, daughter to the king 3 generations prior. In the dark night, that mountain pass catches the light which shines forth from the castle. It gives the impression of the princess's beautiful eyes of jade.
Eyes of jade? That sounds lovely. If the princess were here, I would ask her for them.
I don't think she'd give them to you willingly. They're kind of stuck in there. And finally, the manor log. Let's see what this has to say. First week, Thunder's Day. Yeah, first week, Thunder's Day. The princess being partial to the lakefront view, it was decided that all the noble lords and ladies would set out for a picnic. Having partaken of sweets, Her Highness ventured into the water where she inspected her lip paint in the reflection. This caused the watching shepherds to remark that the princess has used the lake as her hand mirror.
Oh, there's a hand mirror lake to the southwest of here. That must be how it got its name. But who would go all the way to the lake just to eat? Yet another silly thing you mortals do.
You mean you don't eat? I mean, we've heard about you guys drinking milk and whatnot and eating honey. Yeah, now that you've had a look, where do you want to go with this?
Well, I certainly learned lots of new things today that the things the others don't know. I'm going to go and share it with everyone. They'll think I'm so clever, I'll surely become the darling of Leader Loran.
And so let's make our way back there. And so we've returned. So let's hook up with Old Thon again. Yeah, he has an amiable pixie who's standing there along with a few others.
Mortal, I told them about the people from the past, but they weren't the least bit impressed. Well, why should we pay any mind to those who are long dead? Much more thinking up fun, thinking up new riddles, or sipping nectar. Speaking of which, we found this really sweet-smelling flower recently. We're about to go and collect its nectar if you wanted to join us. No, I don't want to join you. I want you to admire me. Stranger and stranger. All right, suit yourself.
Yeah, and so away they all go. Sorry there, Ulthon. Yeah, apparently your interpretation is clever than everyone else's. It's different from everyone else's.
That didn't work at all. They didn't think any better of me. But I won't give up, not yet. I'm going to be popular, mark my words.
So we'll take the Aether Current associated with this, and continue on to Ulthon's next quest entitled Painting for Praise. Ulthon needs more ideas on how to become popular.
Knowing things didn't make me popular, but there has to be some other way. Don't you have any other ideas?
Yeah. Acquire a skill that other pixies will envy, or acquire an item that other pixies will envy. Well, how about getting an item that other pixies will envy?
An item to be envied. Oh, I know! One of the books at Oriage's home had lovely pictures in it. If I were to draw something similar and show it to the others, they're bound to be impressed. Right, I'm going to collect some fine grass for making a brush. Meanwhile, can you get me what I need for the paint? East of the village, there are trees that have orange leaves. The sap makes excellent paint and I want you to harvest it. Be careful when handling the sap though, it gives off a smell that attracts ferocious beasts.
Which is why you're obviously not getting it. And away we go. Hey, Moogle. So yeah, the plants in question are right over here. And we need to extract from 3 of them. So yeah, here's the first instance of a rose bear coming to pay us a visit. Yeah. See what happens there, Pixies, when you don't learn the ramifications of your actions. Nice, spin through. And make our way to getting a kill. Load up. There we go. Yeah. Leave me out of that AoE, would ya? Yeah, and I'm really so instinctual to want to press the button for the mounts rather than sprint. And so now, here's monster number 2. Yeah, we'll show you. We'll get you taken care of. Into the air. Down we come. And load up with this. Yeah, come on there, Rose Bear. Where's... Yeah. Seems like they don't use their AoE until right at the very last moment. And now for the sappy tree over here. Yeah. Seems like the other Rose Bears learned their lesson. Let's go back to Ulthon. While also avoiding the Echivores. Yeah, let's get this back to the little pixie and see what he can do.
My brush is ready. All I need now is the paint. Did you get the step I asked for?
Indeed, I did. There you go.
Oh, a goodly amount! By mixing the juices of bugs and plants in this, I can produce myriad pretty hues. I'll make the colors at once and then begin working on my masterpiece. Needless to say, you must be present when I complete it. Where do I do the painting, you ask? At a spot to the northwest of here. It's the perfect vantage point for my subject matter. You'll know when you're there. You'll see the wings of Liagia spread wide in all their majesty. Oh, sure. Yeah, if you want to there, Shima, go ahead. Yeah, you'll get no complaints from me. So off we go to where Ulthan wants us to rejoin him. Oh no, go ahead. No, Shima, you have admin role. Go ahead. And besides, if you post them in the FC chat, people probably won't notice them. Yeah, look at all these big butterflies that could be waiting to do some terrible things to me. Yeah, there's the vantage point that he was talking about. So we just need to go up there and join him. Oh, sorry. No, you don't need to send them on Tel. Like, you can put them, like, in the stream chat if you want to. But yeah, if you want to use the FC chats in-game, go ahead. What did I tell you? The perfect vantage point, yes. It's here that my masterpiece shall be born. I call it Ulthan's Liagia. Not exactly the original name, but go ahead. How odd. The castle looks a lot redder than the real thing. Guess I'll start over. I didn't notice much red on that. How odd. There's a few 2 hours too many. Guess I'll start over. Don't keep doing redos or else you're gonna run out of sap. Yes, this is it. The colors, the proportions, everything is perfect. Oh, okay, got it. My masterpiece is ready. I'm going to show it off to everyone in Little Iran. My popularity is all but sealed. Well, we'll see about that. Back over to Little Iran. Yeah, you can really see how active this particular fate is going on. That's beneath us. Alright, let's hook up with Ulthan again. Hey there, Ul. And you bought more pixies. Look! I painted a picture of Liagia. Isn't it lovely? Aren't you impressed? What's there to be impressed about something that doesn't move? Much more fun chasing dandelion puffs and playing pranks on mortals. But I tried so hard! Well, I think your picture is very nice. Do you have any others? One of the lake, perhaps, with all the sunken houses painted from under the water? I think that would be very beautiful. No, I've only painted this picture of Liagia. I thought it was the most beautiful thing, so... Oh, well, too bad. But if you end up painting the lake, do come and show it to us. And so, away they go again. It does seem we're on the right track, though. They liked my work! Some of them liked my work! I'm admired if only a little. I want more admiration, though. I need to paint pictures that others want to see. I can't simply paint the things I like. Ah, the dilemmas of an artist. But in the end, if there are those who aren't interested at all in paintings, then I can't truly become popular. We'll need to think of something else. No, stick with what you know. But you know what? I'll still give that pixie the painting of the lake that they wanted. Well, good for you. Alright, time to move on to Ulthan's next quest entitled Gifts to Gladden. Ulthan needs yet another way to become popular. So we know now that painting pictures isn't enough. If I'm to become the most popular fairy, we must try something else. But what else is there to try? What can I do to be liked by everyone? Do something that makes everyone happy or change yourself from the inside.
Well, we should probably go with this. Okay, got you there, Shima, thanks.
If I make everyone happy, then it makes sense that everyone will like me. It can't be something that hinges on individual taste, though. Oh, I know. All pixies love flowers. If I can make everyone a gift of flowers, they'll be touched by my kindness. They'll have no choice but to like me. So we're going to need flowers and lots of them. Please help me pick the vibrant blossoms that grow in Elmeg. The more colors we have, the better.
So away he goes again. So we need to go pick some vibrant blossoms. And hopefully not run over them with my motorcycle. So yeah, where's the vibrant blossom? Well, here's one over here. And then we'll go back this way. Yeah, climb up towards the top of the hill. Oh, the Dragoon Lance. So yeah, that's what the 440 looks like. Yeah, it's too bad I can't do try on. Yeah, basically she wants to show me the entire Dragoon sets for when I get to 440. Yeah, it's definitely got some good boosts in it. Critical hit and determination. Got some critical hit and skill speed. We got some determination and skill speed, but yeah, we're definitely gonna see those stats boost up again. But I'm not seeing much critical hits. Yeah, I'm not seeing critical hits used that much as a primary stat. Yeah, in fact, it only happens on the helmets and also on the boots. And show it off. Oh, yeah, here's Tryon. Yeah, now I need to figure out how to zoom in on it. Or I can just make this bigger. Yeah, that definitely does look imposing. Definitely Warrior of Darkness-like for sure. Leave him alone, wouldn't you? Yeah, what does the parson look like? Well, hard to get it from this. Yeah, draw it. Yeah, it's definitely got a very... I can see the glowing tip in the lance. It's much like the glowing bit in Shima's Red Mage part of her weapon. Yeah, the one with the ether in it. But yeah, as imposing as it is, it'll never beat the original Gaybolg. I'm just a sucker for this thing. It's like they hit their zenith in lance design when they made this thing, and they never were able to duplicate it or overtake it. Alright, here's the third Vibrant Blossom. And turn it back over. Yeah, thankfully I didn't have to wander as far this time around. Oh, we gotta give them over to Ulthan. He's not over here. He's actually somewhere else. Yeah, there he is.
I've managed to pick a good many blossoms. How about yourself?
There you go. Oh, I imagine it would be.
Oh, red, white, and yellow. Such a lovely array of colors. Combined, our blossoms shall make the most beautiful gifts. I'll arrange them in nice containers and present them to everyone. Do you remember the amiable pixie, the one who didn't care for dead people? Well, even among our kind, they'll be especially fond of flowers, and I have a mind to give them a present first of all. Come on, let's head back to Little Loran.
Also, I need it to be back over here. Yeah, now Shima showing off the mage gear, but we need to focus on this right now because we're getting close to the end of our time. Yeah, once we get Ulthan's series of quests finished, we'll go ahead and call it for this afternoon, then we'll wait a few hours to rejoin you in the evening. So yeah, back here with Ulthan and the amiable Pixie.
This is a little sudden, but I have a present for you.
Yeah, go ahead and show it off. I think it's very nice.
Oh my, such lovely flowers! And I can truly have them? Yes, they're for you. I'm giving flowers to everyone in the village you see. Well, very how kind of you. The others will be so pleased. And after being pleased, do you think they'll like me? They surely will, and to get them excited, I'm going to go and show off my present to everyone.
Yeah, Ulthan, I think your services are going to be in very high demand.
Look how pleased they are. Now I'll finally be popular.
Yeah, looks like you're well on your way.
There's trouble! Terrible trouble!
Uh-oh.
It's Hog and Knee! They're being chased by a monstrous fiend!
Uh-oh.
We wanted to do something, but we were too scared, so we came back to find help. Please, mortal, please save Hog and Knee! Where was it you saw Hog and Knee?
He's like, what?
It was over by the field at the lake. But wait, Hog and Knee was fleeing like there was no tomorrow. They could be anywhere now. Oh no, you're right. One of us should have stayed behind to keep watch. Whatever will we do? Calm down. We'll find Hog and Knee somehow. You heard them, Shinji. We have to help Hog and Knee, else they become fiend fodder.
So yeah, as much as our quest for helping him become popular is important to him, and we're helping him out with it, there's something of even more importance to take care of. So let's go ahead and speak with Ulthan for the next level 70 quest entitled The Dependable Darling. Ulthan wants to know Hog and Knee's whereabouts.
So the field where you saw Hog and Knee, was it by Longmere Lake? No, the other one, Hadmere Lake. You'll help us, won't you, mortal?
Yeah, just leave this to me. I can't do this without Ulthan, or you're on your own. Let's say we can't do it without Ulthan. Yeah, you need to point us the right way.
But I can't fight or anything. What good am I to you? And yet a pixie who protects their fellows is a popular pixie. Right, we'll take care of this. You two wait in the village.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll take care of it.
Hadmere Lake lies to the northwest. Let's hurry there and look for Hog and Knee.
And so it goes. Well, I'll be on later this evening there, Finbar, if you're able to join us. Yeah, if you're on later this evening and your phone is charged okay, I'll be on later this evening. Hopefully this evening, because yeah, we had the game was having issues with its servers last night, so I couldn't stream last night. So hopefully they're taken care of today.
This should be the spot, but Hog and Knee doesn't seem to be here anymore. I'll try calling out. Hog and Knee, where are you? Nothing. We'll just have to...
And then, what do they see?
Did you hear that? It was a scream and it came from over there. Come on.
Yeah, after him. Yeah, after him quickly. Yeah, all the way to the shore of the lake. Yeah, we've got a pixie to save. So let's see if we can find him. Yeah, so there's Old Thumb, but as you can see, he's under attack. Hey, you. Back off. Yeah, Wicker Basket, you're going down. Yeah, set this wicker on fire. Yeah, give it your all. Okay, almost got this. Yeah. You tried to take a dive, but your dive failed. Hey, Ulthon, we got it. And we also found Hug and Knee. Oh no, they're hurt! I know some simple healing spells. I'll see what I can do. Alright then. Let's hope it works. Amazing! I feel like a new pixie. Ulthon, I didn't know you could heal so well. I went to pick a flower, but it turned out to be that fiend's head. If it weren't for you, I'd be a dead pixie. I merely tended your wounds. It was this mortal here who saved you from the beasts. Well then, I'm in both your debts. Thank you. Yeah, so happy to be alive. It's a fine feeling to be thanked. Come, we should head back to Lila Loran as well. That's a good idea. And so, back over one last time. Ugh, my stream on my screen looks bad. It's like the quality just nosedived down to 144. Alright, let's go back to Ulthon. So yeah, he's been putting in all this effort, but how's it all going to culminate for him? As much as I want to become popular, I never could have braved such dangers alone. Thank you for giving me the courage. Of course, the most important thing is Hagen is safe, and now we can return to the business of making me popular. What's this now? Hagen comes back with some friends? I went and told everyone how you helped me, and now everyone wants you to help them too. Some are hurt and need healing, others need a hand harvesting plants in dangerous places. And what's this we hear about you gifting flowers to everyone? Yeah, all of the fruits of your labor are paying off. Oh, of course, I'll take care of everyone in turn. The healing, the harvesting, the gifts, everything. Great! We'll leave it to you then. And so away they go. To have everyone depend on you? This is what it means to be popular. Ah, the feeling is more wonderful than I imagined. Well, when you play the role of Warrior of Light, it's a similar feeling. But in my clear, I didn't stop to consider how much work it'll be. Looks like I'll be busy for a while. You're popular too, yes? Lots of people depend on you. Tell me, what is it like? Is it tough to have everyone needing something from you? You know, just like, it's no big deal. I should have known it's not all milk and honey. But this is what I've dreamed of, and I've promised to do my best to live up to it. Yes, indeed. And so with that, we'll take our experience skill. Plus, we also pick up a necklace coffer. Yeah, like I said, we don't need any of this stuff. So, yeah. Ulthon bids us farewell to rejoin up with the other fairies. And with that, we've taken care of all of the side quests here in Lida Loran. So, that is going to do it for this afternoon, as far as stream is concerned here in Final Fantasy XIV. So, next time, we will be going back to the Lida Loran settlements and resuming with the main story and hooking up with Urianger and friends once again. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers Live. I'll see you tonight as we continue the main story with our now 5 members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novaura Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon. And also I realized it's 4 because we still don't have our 5th yet. Ishtola's still out there somewhere.